I'm not trying to date someone who cheats all of the time. R/ask Reddit by online comps. Would you date an opposite sex version of yourself? Why and why not? That loser? Maybe. By far the simplest and best response. Yeah, I was trying to come up with an answer but anything I thought of was basically this. So well said. Absolutely. Assuming there's any physical attraction, we enjoy the same things, have similar standards, care about the same people, it'd be a good match. Are all of my traits awesome for dating? No, but I of all people can understand them, and where she'd be coming from, and no one is more used to living with me, and the consequences of that than I am. It's a good deal, I think. At worst, we both learn a lot about ourselves, and we grow as people. I think it'd work out, but if it didn't, well, it was fun trying. Fuck yeah, self-cessed is best cessed. When go fuck yourself becomes a preferred outcome. But seriously, I bet I could suck dick so good. Yup, I have had enough Reddit for today. Two shy people, neither of whom is ready to speak first. Not likely. This, and even if we spoke, that first kiss would never happen. Both of us being charismatic listeners would make up for a very uninteresting anti-conversation. Hell no. Even I don't have that low of standards. I agree. In fact, I think you both could do better. I looked in the mirror, and there I espied a car wreck of features with ears by its side. A painting. Repulsive. Revolting to view. I stared at me sadly. I said to me, oh. I actually did, for a while, date a girl that was like my mirror copy. Not physically, but personality, worldview, attitude, opinions. Met at college. Hit it off amazingly, had so much in common, literally completing each other's sentences from get-go. Living the dream. But over the years, it ruined our relationship. It was an echo chamber. If there ever was a situation I couldn't handle, she couldn't either, and it would blow up. I couldn't appreciate the good in her, because I was used to it in myself. Went our separate ways shortly after college. I still remember our time together fondly. But unless you both are the perfect human being, that kind of relationship doesn't work. I've been married to a woman that completes me for 11 plus years, and your response was the closest to what I attribute to our success. I'm brash and take risks, while she is measured and cautious, but we find a way to make it work and fill in each other's grooves and dings. I'm brash and take risks, while she is measured and cautious, but we find a way to make it work and fill in each other's grooves and dings. I need exactly the traits my wife brings to the table, which is why we work so well together. I'm already horrible enough as is. The world isn't ready for trouble. Make it double. Okay Team Rocket, calm down. Hell, I'd date a same-sex version of myself. LMAO, that's all I'm looking for. After being in a relationship with someone I had nothing in common with, it's important for me to find that. If I had my depression under control, I'd date me, haha. That's where I'm at right now. Opposites attract and all that, but similar people stick around a hell of a lot longer. A female version of me is exactly what I'm looking for anyways. Sure, I get along great with myself. The major downside would be though, there would be no covering for each other's weaknesses and complementing each other's strengths. This is my feeling. I could do with someone who challenges me, not just agree with me. This is my feeling. I could do with someone who challenges me, not just agree with me. In terms of personality, we'd do great together. Finally, someone who understands what I mean when I say spend time alone together. Ideally she'd be as into building random shit as I am. Not to mention doing hallucinogens with myself would be pretty fun. I'm not bad looking, so hopefully she wouldn't be either, but it's possible she may decide that I'm not hot enough. Or maybe she'll look just like me, and even if I'm not a bad looking dude, I'd make an ugly woman. No way. If I ever made him mad, he would start doing the silent treatment. I'd then do a silent treatment. When I realize I was receiving the silent treatment, we would both die without ever talking to each other again, without even knowing exactly why that was. Honestly, this just emphasizes why the silent treatment doesn't work. Nope. we'd technically be brother/sister. Plus we'd have exactly the same background/history, with exactly the same thoughts, etc. That sounds incredibly boring. The fact that my wife is her own person, with unique perspectives, is a big part of why I like her so much. I think I'm a fun, well-rounded individual, who has my life put together. I'd totally love to hang out with me. Plus, having the same views on money management would be a great bonus. The money management would be huge for me. I'm an accountant, so I'm super anal about my personal finance. Sharing long-term money goals would be great as well. Pros. According to apps, the game version of me is attractive. The sex would be wild, since I'm assuming we both want similar things. I'd always have someone to play games with, and we'd be fairly evenly matched in most things. My wife hates dogs. Female clone of me would have all the GSP, foxhounds, and blue tick coonhounds you can imagine running around in a pack. Our dream house would be our dream house, not both of us compromising, and both left wanting. I have good genes and general naturally athletic build. Naturally smart. No cavities until my alcohol stage at college. Just in general very lucky with my body and brain with no effort to maintain, and siblings are the same. I'd have to imagine that would carry forward into kids. We'd be amazing at saving money. I saved up 20k over a couple years at $10 an hour, which equates to spending almost nothing. A diet of meatballs wrapped in tortillas is astonishingly cheap. Cons. We'd both share memes with each other all day, and both be really disappointed that the only response we get is "seen that one already." Not shy, but fairly shy at times. With neither of us forcing it, we'd end up staying in at home and never doing anything. Hell yes. Same interests, same hobbies, same mindset. It would be perfect. Only downside would be that neither of us would be able to cook. I'm a female. Certainly yes. It's good to share same interests, same moral and same weak sides. He wouldn't be annoyed because of things I do, and I wouldn't be mad at him. He wouldn't assume me to do thing I hate and vice versa. He'd always look good, never smoke or get drunk as fucking pig. Yes, the perfect boyfriend for me is me, but in male body. Probably not. I tend to clash terribly with similar personalities. I can only imagine the fireworks that'd come from interacting with a personality that's exactly the same. Same except I like to clash. I would annoy myself, but also enjoy annoying myself. I could see it being a toxic relationship. Well, no. First because I'm married, and second because, since I'm an identical twin, I already know how me ends up, more or less. I'd love to talk to said person, compare notes, and just generally chit chat. My wife would probably find it equal parts fascinating and freaky, but no, not dating, just good friends. My son would love the new auntie though, I'd bet. We'd either get along famously, or hate each other completely. Either way the sex would be good. I'm not trying to date someone who cheats all of the time. R/harlop. No. My opposite sex version of me would be really fun to hang out with, but not stable enough for a long-term thing. I need someone to counterbalance my personal deficiencies. Someone who has their shit together, and acts responsible and cares about their career, stuff like that. Dating the opposite sex version of me would result in feeding each other's negative characteristics until we end up blasted out of our minds in Vegas gambling away every cent we have. Me and my so are very different and have different interests and ideas about how to spend time. Sometimes that causes conflict. But it's a manageable kind of conflict, and I deeply value the more important ways in which she is different than me. Sounds appealing on the surface, but honestly I think we'd both spiral out of control. It'd be fun for a while, but pretty sure we'd end up drowning in a pool of our own vomit. Need someone to balance out my shittiness and able to tell me when I'm being a shithole. If I hadn't, so that agreed with everything I said, or did it'd be utter chaos. I essentially have, and it was not healthy. Our similarities and shared habits compounded on each other, and it was like trying to put out a dumpster fire with pressurized petrol. Super hot and fun for a while, but wholly unsustainable. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Comment your thoughts and hit the bell icon. Here is a picture of a dog reading after that sad story. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new about life.